So today I'll talk about the largest foreign company in Russia. For you, this company will not mean a lot, but for Russian citizens, its name became household, such as Pampers or Jeep. So when I talk about large companies, the first thing comes to mind is a bank or maybe some technological company, but in our case everything is different.
So the organization I'm talking about is engaged in retailing consumer goods, and this is Auchan. The company was founded by Jared Meugler in 1961. He opened his first store in a factory building in France. After 20 years, the retailer entered the international market. The first Auchan appeared in Russia in 2002. After 5 and 11 years, the company bought two large Russian retail chains. Now 95% of Auchan's shares are owned by the founder's family and the rest are owned by company employees. Up to 80% goods sold at Auchan are produced in Russia. According to the retailer, prices in the network are from 10 to 20% lower than in competitors' stores. Auchan is the third largest player in Russian grocery retail. In 2016, he expanded his presence in the domestic market to 301 stores, most of which are hypermarkets and supermarkets, and in addition to them, the holding is developing the attack chain in Russia, which is represented by 195 supermarkets. To make you understand, a hypermarket is a huge store where people come to buy food for a long time, for example for a week, and in the supermarket for a few days. But both formats contain all the goods a household needs, and not just food, for example household chemicals and so on.
Auchan business model is really excellent, at least for Russia that accounts 10% of whole network business.
Due to the large quantities, the cost per unit of goods is much less, because it's more profitable for a manufacturer to sell a lot of goods to one retailer than to mess with a bunch of small orders. The basis of the business is the cheap products. In Auchan, the assortment is mostly represented by low-price goods, and due to large quantities, cheap goods become very cheap. And in this case, prices are adjusted to kopeck. 1 Russian kopeck is 1/100th of the ruble, and this is like 1/6000th of dollars. Auchan is a discounter, that is a store in which there are a lot of promo. Therefore, the price of the goods at a discount can be very small. And Auchan has an incredibly wide range. Here you can find everything from food to sport nutrition, books, goods for summer cottages and games for consoles and everything else. People who stably come to one store for groceries will not go to a specialty store. Instead, they'll buy goods for some residence or something else in the place where they're already arriving stably.
Auchan became incredibly successful in Russia because share of lower class is very high and people's income are very low. But I'll talk about this in one of the following videos.
Products account for 31.2% of all expenses of Russian household. So the opportunities to save on products is crucial for citizens. More than 50% buy goods only at discounts in order to optimize the cost of products. Therefore, Auchan's business model is ideal for developing countries and therefore for Russia. Also in the network is a very developed private label. This is when the network produces its own products, which stand in a good place on the shelf and have a lower price, because you do not have to spend resources on marketing and communication with the retailer.
Despite the fact that Auchan is the largest foreign company in Russia with revenue of $5.4 billion, today it's in a very bad condition. Company loses revenue and profit for last 4 years.
The management believes that this is due to the fact that the company focuses on cheap products, so the middle class will prefer stores with a wider range. Auchan is transforming its business model and wants to change the range from 30 to 40%, adding medium and premium class products there. The new model is already being tested in 4 stores. Auchan also adds innovative solutions to existing stores, like self-service checkouts to reduce queues, changes the design, breaks the stores into thematical blocks, and also adds cafes to stores. So that's all I want to say. Write topics that could be interesting for you in comments, and see you later.